Welcome to another video from author of A Caring Mind, Matthew Mckenzie. I'm also a carer activist and former carer for someone who had mental illness. As of today being the 10th of October 2020, it is World Mental Health Day, and the theme set by the World Federation for Mental Health is Mental Health for All. There are many organizations and charities promoting World Mental Health Day. World Mental Health Day is about continuing to raise that much needed awareness of mental health each year. Now, as I mentioned, the theme set by the World Federation for Mental Health is mental health for all. But when we talk about mental health, people tend to feel that mental illness is just about mental health problems and how it affects around 1 in 4 people every given year. People tend to think that it's more usually about the depression and anxiety, even to more serious mental health conditions like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, and there are many more than just those two. Mental health problems usually, as I mentioned, usually affect around about 1 in 4 people each year, and it's been particularly tough this year. This year's been one of the most difficult years for anyone due to the coronavirus, which has led to many who have lost other people due to such a devastating illness. Lockdowns hasn't helped, but it's much needed, and it has, most importantly, it has had a huge impact on people's mental health, which is yet to be prominent around the world. However, one thing to note, according to World Mental Health Day anyway, is that we can all feel depressed, angry, stressed, or even frightened, especially due to the current situation of the coronavirus. This is why it's mentioned that mental health is everyone's business, and we cannot continue to state severe mental illness is someone else's problem to fix. Because, I suppose, taken to the extreme, even anger or depression or being frightened can become a mental health challenge if it gets out of control. It does not help that around 450 million people live with mental disorders that are among the leading causes of ill health and disability worldwide, especially to the World Health Organization's report, to believe that was in the early 2000s. But recently, the World Economic Forum noted that mental health disorders are on the rise in every country in the world and could cost the global economy up to $16 trillion between 2010 and 2030. But it's not always about the economic costs. It's also, as I mentioned, what triggers mental illness and severe mental health disorders. And usually the triggers would be down to, as I said, this being a tough year from job losses, lockdowns, and loss and uncertainty. Now, we've all found ourselves under pressure, especially take from my carer's point of view, even carers are not exempt from such pressures due to having to care and support someone suffering mental ill health due to extra strain. Now, it's important carers get the chance to support their own mental health and well-being, and it's important carers take time out, take a break, even if it's only for a little while. But going away from that, there's also other difficulties that we all need to take note of, and that could be mental health stigma, which is very common in mental health situations, which leaves people feeling isolated and ashamed and not being able to access support for themselves. So this is one of the reasons for also campaigning on World Mental Health Day, is to raise that much needed awareness and reduce that stigma. There is still good news, is that you can also do something for World Mental Health Day and raise that awareness, be it talking about it, educating yourself by watching videos, listening to radio shows, watching what's on the TV, or reading about it. You can even campaign even if using social media or attending online events. It does not hurt to raise that much needed awareness for World Mental Health Day 2020.